another Tuesday, and Tuesdays are always glorious because you know why? The Flex Zone returns. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to the Flex Zone, the show where you can get your sports how you want it, when you need it. I'm your host, Mikhail Ramos, and the usual gang all here, prompt, on time. Roger,
always.
D, Byron, Cravante.
What's up,
Trey,
what up, what
hello.
up?
What's up?
On time.
I mean, considering, right?
Yeah.
Don't start with me.
Did you enjoy that McDonald's?
Purely.
I don't think she wanted the world to know that she partaked in
Hey,
Anyway.
McDonald's is worldwide, so
McDonald's.
it's all good.
Hey, and they got breakfast all day.
Hey,
Hey,
pancakes.
no, it's not.
So-
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
It's not.
He
It
didn't
is-
get a McGriddle.
It's very limited. No McGriddles.
Hey,
It's
no
no
pancakes.
biscuits.
Hey,
I'm
all
upset.
I care about
Did
is
you
the
hear
pancakes.
the anger in my voice?
Pancakes. That's it.
Well, tonight's episode is not going to be talking about McDonald's. It's going to be talking about the wonderful week that was week 4 in the NFL. And we conclude with week five picks. You will also hear these guys' top defensive players of all time. I'm going to keep this going. I think I like this whole all-time trend thing. I don't know about you guys. Anyways, I would like to thank our guest for the evening, James Cannon. Hello.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Not a stranger to the mic here at the Flex Zone. So
No.
we're crazy. So you love the craziness. That's why you're back.
Of course, of course.
And I would also like to thank our other special guest, the other half of the Best in the World Sports Podcast, Jonathan Brown. And with it being the 2015 homecoming week here at Morgan, what better way to start it off on the Flex Zone's half than having a Morgan grad? Hello, John.
What is going on, you guys? What is happening?
Nothing. You feeling good about that Eagles win? I know you are. I saw them
Good
tweets.
Lord. They hard to come by this season. So yeah.
Yes, they are.
Y'all Eagles fans, I tell you.
Believe in Chip Kelly, man. Don't give up.
I mean, last time,
No.
last time we had John on, we kind of got into a heated debate over the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well,
But,
I'm pretty sure he's not going to underestimate that time this time.
No.
No, it was all love though.
No, of course. It's all love. I mean, I'm a glass half full guy. So, for me, yeah, 2-3 is pretty disappointing. But I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid like some people who just thought. There are people in this city just thought talking 13-3, 12-4. And
Absurd.
That's crazy talk.
Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb ain't walking through that door, so.
It don't even matter. It don't matter who's walking through the door. You're not gonna take a team with a new quarterback, two new running backs, new wide receivers, and 2 new guards, and then think you're going to just come in and just tear up the league. So. On one hand, it's like, all right, look, it's a little bit of growing pains. They got to grow into this offense. So, I'm just glad they won a game, man.
He said, "I'm just glad they won again."
I'm just happy for a win.
Right on, my brother.
Amen.
Let's move into week 4 and review, shall we? Let's start with the home team. Let's start with the Ravens. They lose.
You have to?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
kind of do.
Sadly, we do.
Let's talk about the Ravens a bit. Ravens lose another divisional game. Baltimore defeated by the Cleveland Browns in OT, 33-30. A Travis Coon field goal sealing the W for the Browns. Cleveland now 2-3. They lost 13 out of 14 meetings against AFC North rivals and rallied from a 12-point deficit to get this one. Flacco, 19-35, 210 yards, 1 touchdown. Justin Forsett, 21 carries, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. No Steve Smith in this one. Ravens have never been 1-4, and they have never lost their first 2 home games. John, your assessment. You've lived in Baltimore.
It's the first time for everything. I mean, look, you knew things were going to be. It was going to be a long season once you lost sucks. I think honestly, as far as the Ravens go, I mean, I think they're doing as best they can. They never really found that running back to replace Ray Rice yet. So, this is an offense really is Joe Flacco and 10 other guys. So, I mean, I think we've all watched enough Ravens football to know That's not the best combination. That's not the best winning formula. You give Joe Flacco weapons, he'll do damage. You watched him win a Super Bowl, but now you're depending on you need Joe Flacco to go out and win you games, and that's not the best. That's not the best formula. So now it's going to fall on Ozzie. How's he going to replenish the system? What's he going to do? What can he do?
Let me talk to Ravens Nation. Anybody can take this question in this room. No longer an identity crisis in Baltimore any longer. This is just a team that's just plain ugly at this point. Is it over? Are they going for the draft picks at this point? What is going to happen as far as this Ravens season is concerned? You went from Super Bowl contender to a regular team in the NFC.
Well,
AFC, excuse me.
I'll take this one. They pretty much.
Why are you laughing at him?
You see it as like, I'll take this.
I'll just take this one. Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
It's some pain about to come out his face right
feel
now.
the pain in your voice right now.
Right, it's all in it.
I mean, I was sickened Sundays from what I saw from my team. So
I couldn't believe it.
just let me break it down a little bit.
Before you break it down, somebody give him a hug first, man.
my Cal, you want to give me a hug after the show?
You'll
After
be
the show.
fine.
Oh wow, that's how you feel?
There's no crying in sports.
Oh
Hurry
my
up.
goodness. All right. Anyway.
Just got the stuff on.
Man up.
Anyway, now she about the draft picks. They missed on a lot of draft picks, I believe. Rashard Perryman, I'm not sure what he can do. Terrence Brooks, I don't know. I mean, he was playing cornerback Sunday. He's a safety, and he hasn't really panned out just yet. They lost Matt Elam, but he's not very good. Sergio Kendall from 2010 wasn't very good, a very good draft pick. John Simon they picked up in 2013. I mean, it's just a bunch of guys that they picked up that's not panning out for the Ravens to make them spend a whole ton of money on free agents that also aren't panning out. I mean, so it's just a huge mess right now, and Ozzie has to do a lot to bring this team together. So it's going to be some growing pains probably for maybe next year too, and the year after that, until they can finally figure out the formula to get this team back to where it's supposed to be. And it also hurts that the Ray Rice contract is carrying over $9.5 million of dead money on the cap. That's not going to help the Ravens sign anybody at this point.
D, you go into this game. It's Cleveland. It should be self-explanatory that this is a W.
No, it shouldn't.
No, normally.
Normally, as far as the Ravens are concerned, you go in. I mean, what is he like? What is Flacco? What was he like? 13-1 or 13-2 against the Cleveland Browns. So at this point, you go. You think this is easy, but it wasn't.
Well, I knew the game wasn't going to be easy Sunday because the Ravens don't have the ability of blowing everyone out.
Hypothetically speaking, if the Ravens were the Ravens, this game.
Hypothetically, we're talking in real reality.
This game you think this game is winnable. You don't think the Browns are actually going to win. You want to pick the Browns if this. I mean,
this is a normal year.
You did this year, but normally you want to pick them. Go ahead.
I mean, I think the Ravens, the injuries on offense is killing them. Flacco's pretty much throwing to himself at this point. I mean, on defense, they got a lot of dumb guys on defense. Let's call it what it is. They're dumb and slow. I ain't just talking about in the brain. I'm talking about actual speed. They have no speed, and they're not smart players, so it's what you get.
And everybody's blaming the defensive
coaching,
coordinator.
It's not the offensive side of the ball. They can't close games out. This ain't just this year, by the way. The Super Bowl year, they had a hard time closing games, and a couple years after that. So this is a trend that's been seen defensively for the last 2.5 years.
You talk about defensive. I'm going to throw this to you, James. This is a defensive team. The Ravens have been known, their staple has been defense. Suggs is gone, no leader. There is no Ed Reed anymore. There's no Ray Lewis. So at this point in time, there's no real person to be the main guy to pump everybody up. Your defense pumped up. Joe Flacco's not that guy. And Steve Smith, they were looking to be that guy, but he's basically showing his age at this point. Where does the leadership for what the rest of the season will become? Where does it come from?
You know, it's funny that you just threw that question to me because I just told my friend the other day that I said that's part of the problem. I think, they're lacking that leadership. When Ray Lewis was there, Suggs, they had the young guys around. and they were able to. I guess the younger guys were able to feed off their energy. But like you just said, it's no one in that locker room. Steve Smith, he did call out he said that these young guys basically need to step up in so many words. So
in so many words that Steve Smith could say without us bleeping them all.
Yeah, I'm sure more was said in that locker room. But their defense right now it's horrible. I've never seen their defense this bad. After when they lost, what was it, week 1? Week 2 when they lost to Oakland. I'm sorry, when they lost to Oakland, I was like, really? But I was like, they're gonna bounce back, and it was just not the same.
Sometimes you can't make chicken salad out of chicken poop.
Yeah.
Talk about bouncing back. Byron, you was big on them bouncing back. Do you still believe it?
I mean, I just take a second, reflect here. First time 1-4. How spoiled are we here in Baltimore? We're used to success. We're used to winning. Every time we look, we're competitive. Worst season in recent memory has been 8-8. So you look at that, you kind of get spoiled, and then sometimes when you don't win, it's like, wow, the sky is falling. It's the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. Parity is prevalent each and every week. And I think you see that here, that if you don't have the players, and I think the Ravens have just been, sometimes you see teams that are just affected by the injury bug. I think this year the Ravens are one of those teams. And, I mean, it's 1-4. Season is over, but it's not over. I think John Harbaugh still going to have his team play hard, but I think it just comes down to, what do they have to play for? I mean, yes, injuries, you can make excuses, but Joe Flacco on offense still put up 30 points. I mean, you got to look at it like that and say, Cleveland was just a better team on Sunday, and the days of walking over the Cleveland Browns and them being the dwellers of this division in the bottom, it might be over.
I'm going to skip over you. I'm skipping over you for a reason because I got another question to ask you about another team, and I would rather you talk about that. So, do you mind?
But just make sure you mention that I picked the Browns this week.
Devontae picked the Browns.
Make sure you mention.
You only picked them because everybody picked the Ravens.
Just make sure you mention that.
Right.
He picked the Browns.
Rub it in, Cravante.
My last question about the
I wish
Ravens
we could really mute
goes
this.
to you, Dre.
You only picked them because
and it
everybody
only
picked the
goes to
Ravens.
you because I'm not sure if you are a Ravens fan. I mean, but I'm going to ask you this. He said, "What are you playing for the rest?" Wax on, wax off. He said, "What are you playing for the rest of the season?" At this point, is every victory you get now just a moral one?
No, I mean, look.
Was that out? I didn't mean for that to be the ouch factor.
No, because it's still early in the season.
Here we
I
go.
mean, you're acting like this team has not won a game. The Ravens are in.
That's all they won.
They barely won.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my outburst. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
One and
they have the Ravens have been in every
talk about
game.
the Redskins. We got more wins than the
Outside of the first game, the offense has been there. So we really see a complete shift in a Ravens team where usually we were relying on our defense. Now the offense has been the one who's really come through, but defensively we slacked.
If they where the offense next year becomes
become
when Ray Lewis retired, we could see that the keys were being given to Joe Flacco. So I mean, the ties have changed, and you're not seeing teams like the Ravens, the Steelers, the Bears, who have been known for defense for years. Now these teams aren't being known for their bread and butter, and it's okay. I mean, the Ravens, we still have a good coach. We still have a quarterback. So as long as we have those prominent things in order, we will be just fine.
Moving on.
Well said.
For once, Andre said something well said.
Yes.
Anyways.
His Raven fan inside of him,
It peeks out every now and then.
The other octopus arm that he has on the many teams that he owns and has. Anyways.
Well, how many teams does he have?
Three. It's three.
He's a Cowboy fan secretly.
Whoa.
In a division where the Eagles are his favorite team, supposedly.
Wait, how old are you, man?
He's like 13, right? You would think, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason for anybody over 17 years old to have more than one team.
Talk to him.
Let me run it down to you, though.
Talk to him.
Let me run it down to you. Your
That's a
boy
violation.
deep down, he all of a sudden made a confession last year when we started this show that he's a Cowboy fan, but we all knew what he was. He's Ball So Hard University, so he's a Ravens fan. He apparently also loves the Philadelphia Eagles as well.
That's a good thing. I'm not gonna argue.
But he loves the Cowboys in the same division. He's
What?
He's Johnny Manziel, he showed me the money. The guy's not even playing. He comes in here in Cleveland Brown attire and colors. So we don't know.
Granted, I wouldn't count that one. But it's definitely 3.
We don't know exactly. And then he's a Yankee fan. So we don't know what really.
Wait.
You don't know where he's from.
You gonna tell me you're a Lakers fan too?
Yeah.
How did you know? How did you know? He threw the oop to himself. All right now.
That's why he likes Duke too.
And he likes Duke.
Yeah, you see where he's at
And
with
he's
this.
a Money Mayweather enthusiast.
And let's not forget he's the biggest fan of Ray J.
Why did you throw that?
I didn't even.
Back to sports, because that's about to go to another conversation.
Please.
Let's talk about the Bengals, shall we? Come from behind
need
win against the defending 2-time NFC division champ Seattle Seahawks, 27-24 with that score. Andy Dalton steps up big, leads Cincinnati back from 17-point deficit. A Mike Nugent 42-yard field goal in overtime that bounced off the left upright, so you thought it wasn't going to really go in. Made this win even more of a reality for the Bengals. Andy Dalton, 30 of 44, 331 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Mark's second biggest comeback in team history. The Bengals. Now I'm talking about the Bengals. The Bengals here are 5-0. Now, Cravante, I'm going to ask you this first, and this is what I was saving for you, my friend, because you're very critical of the Bengals. Now is this a dream or is it real, and is it worth believing enough to see them having a productive postseason for once?
I'm still waiting to see on it because this is the same Bengals team. Like, I say the same thing about the Bengals every year. They do very well throughout the year. They're going to get double-digit wins, and they're going to make the playoffs, whether they win a division or wild card. They're going to make the playoffs. It's when they make the playoffs is when is the reason I have issue with them. They're fine. They're going to breeze through the season. They got at least 5 more wins coming.
So anybody at this point in time, John, you can come in this one. Are they for real, the Bengals? Are you agreeing with Mr. Cravante here?
Well, here's the problem. Them winning in the regular season has never been a problem. The problem is when it counts, all of a sudden Andy Dalton becomes like Andy Kaufman.
Richie Cunningham.
There's no taxi here.
It's no longer happy for Mr. Happy Days?
No.
Well, I'm
Not
just
yet.
saying, like, when you get to the playoffs, Andy Dalton is an entirely different person. I'm gonna be honest. Andy Dalton, he strikes me as he's one of those players that people are very eager to try to throw into that top tier of quarterbacks. Ooh. You have your Tom Brady's, you have your Peyton Mannings, even though he's kind of come back down to earth and as he's gotten older. But you have your Brady's, your Mannings, your Rodgers, the top quarterbacks. And then you have quarterbacks who are not necessarily on that level, but you have your media types who want to kind of interject them like they're on that level. And Andy Dalton has been that type of person. I thought Phillip Rivers was that guy for a long time because I'm gonna be honest. I used to hate Phillip Rivers because I felt like I lived in Philadelphia and watched Donovan McNabb get killed year after year after year, while people would always praise players like Phillip Rivers. And I'm like, if McNabb ever had failure like Phillip Rivers got failure, like Phillip Rivers failed, Donovan McNabb wouldn't even be living. Someone would shoot him.
And that's the difference between Philly and San Diego.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, if the Eagles ever went 14-2 and lost their first playoff game, Donovan McNabb would die.
I want to ask
That's Philly. That's Philly.
I want to ask this question.
But real quick before
Sure.
I think Andy Dalton is that same type of person. I've watched other quarterbacks get killed for not being able to win the big one. And then I watch year after year of Andy Dalton put up these great numbers in the regular season and then get to the postseason and fail. I am convinced that Marvin Lewis has naked pictures of somebody's wife in that Bengals front office.
I agree with you.
Absolutely no reason for him to still be the coach of that team.
Cheap.
Are you still with us, John, or you got to go?
No, I can hang for you a couple more minutes.
Okay, great. I want to ask. We talk about the postseason. We talk about the Bengals. Anybody? I'm throwing this out. This open season. If they are not, if you don't believe them in the postseason, what team will they have to beat for you to believe them in the regular season enough?
Doesn't
for
matter.
You to think?
Doesn't matter.
They got to get the
Doesn't
January.
matter.
They gotta
Doesn't
get the
matter.
January.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Doesn't matter.
Now,
I need a win.
As long as they get a W,
This
I
team
need to win.
is
Because-
5-0.
because anybody they play in the playoffs will be a worthy win.
Opponent,
So
yeah.
just get the W.
Okay, so they get past the first round, and it
And I
doesn't
wanna
really matter.
mention this one more time. I picked
I mean,
Cincinnati. to win the
Cincinnati is 5-0, and we're still talking about what they are not going to do.
Because when it
every
counts.
year.
This happens every year. I'm not going to keep reading the same book, man. I'm not going to keep
The
reading this
dead
book.
clock strikes every 5. What is it?
And you know what?
There's pretty much there's nobody the Bengals can beat in October that will impress me.
Right.
I need to see them beat somebody in January.
Exactly.
I need the weather to be cold. I need.
So
You know-
Seattle's not impressive. They came from behind. to
Doesn't
beat
matter.
Seattle.
Doesn't matter.
They came
Doesn't
from
matter.
behind, but-
Is this the
so if
Super
you
Bowl?
look at-
Nope.
Have you looked at Seattle's offense this year? This ain't last year's Seattle. You know, this is Seattle without Marshawn Lynch. With
Jimmy Graham is non-existent.
We'll
Yeah,
talk about them a
Byron
little bit.
Maxwell.
We'll talk about them a little bit later.
The Jimmy Graham trade is pretty much looking like a
debacle.
bust right now.
He needs
Probably
Cam
the
Chancellor to
biggest
just go
bust
out
this
there and
off-
hit him on
He
practice.
doesn't block. That's why it's a bust.
Let's move on from the Bengals. Let's talk about a team.
Well, wait a minute. Before we hop off the Bengals, though,
What you about to say?
I will say it is actually sort of impressive because it shows that the Bengals are actually heading in the right direction. For
The
one.
same direction. They didn't go anywhere.
No. I'm saying it looks like they're finally turning it around because it looks like instead of them being a one and done team, that win showed me that they can possibly win a playoff game this season.
It's week
I
5.
don't know.
It's week 5.
I don't know.
It's week 5.
The Bengals team song should be Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all before.
Andre has,
That's your jam.
Why are you taking that far back?
the only reason Andre has a point
It wasn't
there
my.
because the Bengals used
Didn't
to
have to
lose
do
games
that.
like that.
Wait a minute. Let D say that one more
The
time.
Bengals did used to lose games like that. They did.
Thank you.
All I know is
That's
this:
the money style.
at the end of the
I
day,
can't say so.
when they make the playoffs and
gotta
lose
win.
in the first
Gotta
round,
win.
Marvin
Byron.
will still keep his job.
You've been pretty quiet for you back there, Byron.
Paul
Call
Brown
me
is a
week
cheaper.
18. Week 18, baby. Call me.
What's up with this? What's up with the Bengals, my
I
friend?
tried to tell y'all they was going to win this division. I tried to tell you.
What's up with the Bengals, my friend?
Choo, choo.
I'm on the Bengals train. I know y'all don't believe. Look at their schedule. It's light work. It's easy. They might win 12, 13 games and get home field or get that bye. So you look at it, they might have a line where they can get one home playoff game, win that, and get to the AFC Championship game. Do I think they're going to beat New England? No, but everybody else in the AFC is fair game. Tell me any other team outside the AFC that you believe in outside New England.
That's true.
Then there you go. Their defense is great. They have the best duo of running backs in the league. Offensive line is only giving up 1 sack all year. Dalton is something different about him. AJ Green's a stud. Eifert is best tight end in the league beside Gronk. I mean, you got to get his team credit. And Geno Atkins and Pecco and them boys, they get pressure.
That defense is. Ooh.
My fantasy team
told
does
y'all,
truly
man.
appreciate.
Shout out to Pac-Man Jones as
Eifert,
well.
though.
Shout out to Pac-Man Jones.
He's not the whack.
Let's move forward. Let's
When
talk about
he's
the
not slamming
NFC.
people's heads
Let's talk about the
around.
NFC East, shall we?
Oh,
The
boy,
Giants.
we have to.
We have to. The Giants lead. You know, the NFC East. It makes my day. You know, as you're very unorthodox, but you're crazy as heck. And you just make everybody's day. You give life to people that otherwise should not have a life. Big time Eli. Let's talk about Eli. If you can't say anything about him, he's clutch. Finds Larry Donald with 21 seconds left. As the Giants, they would still won against the San Francisco 49ers 30-27. The touchdown pass for a W capped an 82-yard drive by the Giants. New York winners of 3 straight and have sole possession of the NFC East, I might add.
Wait.
Eli Manning. One more thing.
Did
Eli.
you even hear what you said? You said they had to steal one against the 49ers.
I understand. I
Steal one
understand what I
against
just
the
said.
49ers.
But hey, this is
the
they
49ers
just
are horrible.
They better not have lost that game.
they better not. I can't believe it got that far.
You shouldn't have to steal one from the 49ers. The 49ers would have given you that game.
But they didn't. Eli Manning, however, career best 41 completions on 54 attempts, became the most winningest QB in team history with 102 yards. On the day, how you had to come back when you threw 441 yards. He threw for 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Now the Giants, their resurgent season, I say that in quotations, is that not a surprise? Because at some point, James, a lot of people thought the Giants would eventually sneak up to take this division.
Well, I do want to say this. Just as we mentioned with the Bengals, it's the same thing every year. It's the same thing every year with the
They
Giants.
sneak the heck out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, it's either they start off good, they finish bad, or vice versa. And that's just the problem, being inconsistent.
I think I'll say with the Giants, man, the Giants could easily be 5-0 right now.
Yeah, they blew their first 2 games.
They blew them those first 2 games with bad endings. Kind of like how you said their season was. That's how that game was. Both those games start off really well, ended badly, and this game was actually the opposite. Didn't start off too well, but finished strong. And Eli, 41 completions? Wow.
41 out of 54. And do you realize Eli Manning actually has the most comeback wins since 2004 with 27? More than Tony
Eli is
Romo,
clutch, man.
more than Brady. I mean, more than his own brother. So, I mean, when it's that time.
2000 what?
04. I think it's 04.
What, they win every, 3 or 4 years?
Something like that.
It's looking like that.
What's the stat again? The most what? Say that whole thing again.
Oh, he's had the most come from behind wins since 2004, with 27.
But you know what? They're going to keep having games like this as long as that defense is just as bad. If that defense don't get any better, they're going to keep having games like this.
But the biggest thing that the Giants are missing is a huge running game. I mean, Ryan Jennings is okay, but they need more than just 46 yards from their starting running back. So.
How do they rank amongst other NFC teams? I mean, they're in the NFC East, but
I mean, right now they rank the best. I mean, they're the healthiest team, and what is honestly it's a bad division. Like, people are now they're looking like the favorites to win that division, but they're looking like the reason they're the favorites is because
everybody else sucks.
Des Bryant and Tony Romo are in street clothes.
Thank you.
You know, if Tony Romo, as much as it pains me to say that,
I'm about to say I spent the whole show on your show assessing that. Really,
if Romo and Bryant are healthy, we're not talking about the Giants right now. The Giants are running neck and neck with 0 with the rest of that division. So, I mean, to me, it was a great. They had a great come from behind win against an abomination of a team on Sunday. But as far as the Giants go, this team doesn't impress me. It doesn't scare me. They're starting running back. Who knows what you can get out of Victor Cruz this season? You can't. Beckham can't catch every pass.
Yes, he can.
Hey, man.
Yes,
if he's in the area, yes, he can.
To your point, though.
Let me put it this way. They can't throw every pass to him.
Okay, all right, there we go.
Yes, you can.
There we go.
But to your point, though, he is the cover boy on Madden, and you know what that means. At some point, he's getting hurt.
Be with him. Please be with him.
Yeah,
Please be with him,
Sunday
man.
night.
Yeah, man.
Dancing, acting a fool.
But I will say this about the NFL now. There is no team, unless you really don't run your team well, anybody can beat you on any given day.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's more prevalent now more than ever. The Niners, they look bad, but they beat Minnesota week 1. They almost beat the Giants Sunday night. There is no team in the NFL, unless you're in the AFC South. Unless you're in the AFC South. We'll get to that later.
Oh, boy.
Let's go into some week 5 action, shall we? The Colts. They beat the Texans 27-20. There's this whole old man thing going on in Indianapolis, so they say. Matt Hasselbeck and Andre Johnson connecting for 2 touchdowns. Andre Johnson actually said, you get over the age of 30 and they count you out. But we proved to people that we could still play. Still no luck. Reports say he may be ready by the game everyone is waiting for against that New England Patriots team. Talk about Deflategate. Anyways, Hasselbeck, 18 of 29, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, shout out to Matt Hasselbeck. He had a throwback game. I didn't expect that from him.
Can we leave this old man trend alone?
Especially coming out the hospital.
How old is he?
He's like
42.
42.
All right. No, I'm not going to leave it
40.
alone. No, I'm not going to leave it alone. He's 40.
Oh, my
Man is a
gosh.
grandfather out
Hey,
there.
man, if he's playing well, so be it, but he's old.
But this shows how bad Houston is, too, on a whole bunch of levels. They
mean,
need a
I was going to
quarterback
say,
in the
hey,
worst
man,
way.
you
Man,
know.
I feel hoodwinked by Houston because I watched
Hard
Oh my
knocks.
gosh! I swear I'm gonna drop them for my fantasy. I swear.
Yeah.
The defense is going. It's gone, man.
I watched that team all summer on Hard Knocks, and they had me believing that they was going to be all right.
Yeah, HBO cameras can make you believe a lot of things.
Yo, that's HBO, baby.
That is
When
the
J.J.
magic.
Watt called you with his Verizon plan and told you they were going to do
That was. I mean, that's the power of television right there. Because I'm watching this team, and I'm like, these guys are going to be
All right.
they're going to be all right, and they're not at all. So I mean, to your point, Peyton Manning, yeah, he's old, but I like what Denver's offense is doing, kind of depending on him less, trying to get that running game together, strengthening that defense. So it's not just like this is not your Colts Peyton. This is not Peyton Manning, carrying 11 guys, carrying 10 other guys to the playoffs. But he does. There are times when he looks. I know he's 40 years old, but there are times when he's in the game looking 50, sometimes 60.
You could have something to
Yes.
say.
Can we stop saying the NFC East is the worst team? The worst division in football. Like the AFC South is not a division in football.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Can we please? At least the NFC East.
really
At least the NFC East will be competitive all the way to the end. The Colts are going to run away with this division, even with the 0-2 start.
Let's move on, shall we? Chicago, 18
How dare
over
y'all.
Kansas City Chiefs,
I'll
17.
take this one.
The Bears, your
really?
guy.
Buddy!
The Bears rallying in the fourth quarter. Jay Cutler
That 2 weeks in a row?
led the Bears to 2 touchdowns in closing minutes, the second being a toss to Matt Forte with 8
Did you
seconds
see that throw?
remaining.
He fumbled the snap and threw it. A beautiful pass only Jay Cutler could throw.
By the numbers, Jay Cutler in this game, 26 of 45, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Did he have a better game than that bad man?
Oh, stop.
Oh, we'll get to that later. But
Jamal Charles got hurt.
Somebody,
Exactly.
they picked,
That's the only reason
Brandon,
they won.
No, it's
Brandon
not.
on the
Only
NWA
reason
Sports
they
Report
won.
is being very happy right now because he picked the Bears. The Bears, people, the Bears.
I've been the only person on earth that picked the Bears. Outside
The
Chicago.
Bears. Any lasting words, Byron? I'm gonna let you have this one. Are you done?
I mean, just get off my man Jay Cutler's back. You see, he's just as talented as any quarterback in the league.
So what's the problem? Why can't people believe in Jay Cutler?
He's just not the most extroverted individual. But reports are John Fox, he has more command of the huddle. He's being more of a leader. And let's not forget, Kevin White hasn't played a down. This offense could be explosive. Alshon Jeffrey dealing with injuries. We heard some trade rumors with the Ravens. Don't think it'll happen. But if they get healthy on offense, they are explosive as anybody. Defensively is where they lack, everything.
And moving down the timeline, we talked about the Bengals win over Seattle earlier, but let's assess Seattle, shall we? The Seahawks, 2-3. Still no Marshawn Lynch. That hasn't been what it's supposed to be. Russell Wilson in that game, 15 of 23, 213 yards for 1 touchdown. He had a tipped interception and was sacked 4 times. Cam Chancellor back, but the Legion of Boom ain't what it used to be. And Jimmy Graham, 3 receptions for 30 yards. Why did they get him? It's obvious. No one's scared of the Seahawks anymore.
Hey, can I say something? Who's the best corner in the league? Not Richard Sherman is all I wanted to say.
Crickets.
It's not Richard Sherman is all I wanted to say, and I've been saying that for the past 3 years. Not the best corner in the league.
You feeling salty?
What are
over
you
there?
saying?
No, not at all. Because it's finally coming to light. It's finally coming to light. It's the team you have around you.
Shout
That's
out
all
to
Richard Sherman was.
Shout out to the backup running back.
That's what Richard Sherman was. He was a product of
Walls.
that system.
Cavante, I'm glad
Blue
you got it
Walls.
off your chest, man.
Hey man, because y'all was drinking that Sherman Kool-Aid,
Thomas Rawls.
and that's another power
I mean,
of
he made
television.
you think
That was
it.
a power of television as well.
He's very
I
articulate.
mean, but that's a lot to
very
say. If you have no pass rush, you can throw on anybody. I mean, there's so much.
But
so
you know
many
what?
things you can do.
As much as you feel that way about Richard Sherman, I feel that way about J.J. Watt. I don't think he's the greatest thing ever. If he was the
I didn't
greatest
say he
thing
was.
ever,
I didn't say he was the greatest thing ever. But he's the greatest thing that happened to the Houston Texans.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And they
He got
still
the money
going
for
8-8
it.
and whatever.
Clowney's playing.
And moving down the timeline, shall we? The Falcons. 25, the Washington Redskins. This hurt, man. 19. 5-0, baby. Robert Alford returns an interception for 59 yards in OT
Pick six,
by a pick of course, your boy, to defeat the Skins and keep that record unblemished. Devontae Freeman. That's a bad. Now that's a bad man.
I was really hoping that they would show RG3 right after Kirk Cousins threw that
got
pick.
to
Because
say
it was
now,
set up
bro.
for that. It was set up for that. You know they keep showing that meme of RG3 looking at Kirk Cousins.
Like, so what you
They
got to say about me?
Like,
man?
I wish you would say
wish you-
something.
And And they thought I was the problem.
Yeah, that's always the caption.
Problem.
And they thought I was.
Let's talk about Devontae Freeman, shall we? 27 carries for 153 yards, 1 touchdown. Julio. Wasn't your dog this game.
Yeah, nah, that's 2 games, 2 weeks in a row. Come on, baby, where you at?
He was contained in this
He
one.
was
He
in
was
the
a
dog's house.
little banged up,
Listen.
but contained in this one. Only 67 yards. The Redskins, 2-3, denied their first back-to-back win in almost a year since week 7 and 8 of 2014. Kirky Cousins, 21 of 32. That's what I call him when he does dumb stuff. Kirky. 21 of 32.
Kirky, like Erky.
Kirky. You're blowing me. Everything.
Hey,
he did the
listen.
right thing.
I'm not mad.
21 of 32, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And this wasn't even a game about the quarterbacks because guess what? They traded interceptions because Matt Ryan did have 2 interceptions.
Whoopi would have not have done well. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
he would have threw 3
Now-
interceptions.
Now,
But y'all problem was y'all didn't run the
Y'all couldn't
football
run the ball.
Absolutely.
enough to win this game.
and one more
I mean,
thing.
where is Alfred Morris?
And
Are
one
we
more
gonna see
thing.
him?
Oh yeah, that's bad. He's getting overshadowed.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to get out of there.
Jones
If
might
Matt-
be-
And they don't understand.
And they
Alfred
said
Morris,
Jones hurt, so Alfred Morris has to come back.
and it
Like,
makes no sense. Alfred Morris and Robert Griffin III together, everybody overlooked that. But obviously, he needs him too.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You know, Redskins played very well.
I hear
The
you.
first pick actually wasn't Kirk Cousins' fault. If you look at it, Garcon dropped the ball and it got intercepted.
and honestly,
you
the
gotta-
second one wasn't either.
Yeah, and you got to think about it. Same thing to make you laugh, make you cry. Kirk Cousins led an excellent drive down the field to get y'all to overtime with like 20 seconds left. Hell of a drive. Then in overtime, he kind of makes the mistake that he kind of always makes, but you kind of, live by the sword, die by the sword. So you kind of can't ride the guy too
You
hard.
said it was going to be a close one. We
I
all
did.
didn't believe
I
it.
did say it was gonna be
You
a
said it
close
was going to be a close one.
Now, see, that once I'm gonna say this every week. Kirk Cousins has a turnover, we lose.
Yeah, they're
If
like
he- if he's-
0-12.
If he's turnover free,
Yeah.
we have a
They're
great
winning.
shot of
So
winning.
y'all got to run the ball.
And to those 2 picks, that last one,
Y'all need
the
Deshaun
receiver
Jackson
failed.
He
back.
slept.
The receiver did
Having
fall.
But my whole thing is-
having Deshaun Jackson will help a lot to stretch that defense.
And
Absolutely.
then just let
Absolutely.
your boy just run. John, you got to go, right? Are you still?
Yes, I
You
got
have
to roll, man.
Can I get your last minute assessment of your favorite team, your guys, the Philadelphia Eagles, before you leave us, please?
Still, well, unfortunately,
Why everybody got a huff?
It might not be AFC South bad, but NFC East still is a bad division. So as long as it's a bad division, Eagles got a chance. I think 9-7 wins this division. So I still think they got a chance. I think they beat the Giants this week, go into the bye at 500, and then hopefully gain some momentum.
Well, we have to thank you. I want to shout out your boy Vince, the other half of the Best in the World
Yes.
Sports
Triple V, that's my
podcast.
homie, yes.
Where can they
Shout
find
out.
you guys? Where can they listen to you guys?
Oh, you can listen to us. We're on Blog Talk Radio. We go through New Twist Radio. So if you go to Blog Talk Radio and look up New Twist Radio, you can find the Best in the World Sports Report. Or you can hit us up on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, and MySpace, Black Planet.
Black
Yahoo.
Planet.
No,
Black Planet. Oh, I'm about to say.
What?
Oh,
Whoa, what? Black Planet.
Ooh. Y'all just now hearing that? Was a joke.
wow.
MySpace?
I'm sorry. I just dated myself.
It's all good, man. It's
Oh,
all
it's all
good.
good.
Cravante, get up over there. Get up over there, man.
He can't breathe.
At BITW Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're always there.
Snapchat?
Always
You
willing
don't
to
have a
engage
Snapchat?
and try to talk. Huh?
You need a Snapchat.
Did I just-
Take the
did you hear
Snapchat, put
me
it in
just
place of
say-
the Black Planet.
He said MySpace.
I just
No, he doesn't have a
talked about
Snapchat.
MySpace and Black Planet. I'm old. I ain't got time to snap.
I wish he would. All he got to do is say AOL to finish it off.
Exactly.
Hey, I got AOL.
Will you
so-
be at homecoming, my friend?
Exactly.
Yes, I will be at
You
homecoming.
will be at homecoming.
Unfortunately, I will be at homecoming. Unfortunately, not at the telecom brunch. I wish I could make it, but I can't this year. But I will be on the yard. Look for me. Come up, talk to me. I'm gonna be there.
Forever Morgan, we thank you.
Of course.
We'll talk to
Hey,
you
thank-
soon.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, man.
We're gonna move forward with this. With what happened in Week 5. Let's move forward. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 38, Jacksonville Jaguars 31.
Finally,
What was that
my
about?
pick.
Really?
38-31.
Jameis
Hey,
Winston.
both quarterbacks played well, and the muscle hamster Doug Martin finally came back to life.
Jameis Winston 13 of 29, 209 yards, 1 touchdown for your young boy.
Yes, he doesn't have to throw the ball 50 times, Lovey Smith. You have a running back. Give him the ball. Okay? Take the take the ball out of his hand sometimes and let him go from there.
Moving forward, the Eagles, they smash 39-17 over the New Orleans Saints.
Told ya.
What a way to bounce back from a win. The Eagles,
told you.
Sam Bradford overcame 2 red zone interceptions to throw for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns to lead Philly to victory. Drew Brees, on the other hand, 26-43, 335 yards. I don't get it. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception.
He's not healthy.
Shout out to DeMarco Murray from bouncing back this week, having a tight game, 83 yards, a touchdown, and the Eagles' offense. Actually,
he didn't have a bounce back game. They actually did something.
The Eagles' offense is actually showing life now. Finally,
It's the Saints defense.
It's the Saints, man.
I know, but still, you got to give props where props.
You got to start somewhere, but it's the Saints defense. you remember who that defensive coordinator is?
Just leave it there, huh?
Just remember
the other one
that.
of the
bad
other
Ryan. The bad Ryan. The bad Ryan.
Ryan with cable.
Santa, the one that looks like Santa.
He looks horrible.
He looked like a broke down Santa in the shopping market.
Oh man. Oh, he does.
He looks like.
He
Nah, never
does.
mind.
Moving forward,
Leave
the
that
Pack, Green Bay Packers, they beat the St. Louis Rams 24-10.
He wasn't even that good.
What did you say?
He was.
What did you say?
First
You
of all,
said the game's gonna be
first of
close.
all-
You said the
first
game's
of
gonna be
all,
close.
It was supposed to be because
Here come the excuses. Here come the excuses. Here come the
Rams
excuses.
missed 3 field goals.
Hey.
Three
Here come the
field
excuses.
goals.
Here come the
3 field
excuses.
goals, and they should have picked them off 3 times. Nick Fairley had an open interception right in his chest, and
Right.
he dropped it.
Right.
It seems like every week the Packers are at home, and Aaron Rodgers does all this great stuff, but he wasn't that great. this
Let's
week.
talk
And they're
about.
still undefeated.
Let's talk about. They
Undefeated.
are undefeated, but let's talk about it. We're not talking because what they want to say is the defense came up big for the Packers in this one. The D had 3 sacks and 4 interceptions. This is what I found kind of interesting. They said unusually, and I use that in quotation marks, it was an average day at home for the bad one that they call Aaron Rodgers. I'm confused because the guy threw for 2 touchdowns, 241 yards on the day. He did throw 2 interceptions, so
that's very
he
average.
is no longer mistake-free at Lambeau, but they are 5-0.
That was very average.
And to top it off, Eddie Lacy only had 27 yards on the ground. They didn't have much
That's
of a running
average?
game.
That's what you call average?
He's still kind of hurt, ain't he?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers had the most.
No,
yards
Aaron
in the game.
241 yards is very average.
You don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers? You're being very quiet. Can you act like we're on a show here, Dre? Because I'm losing focus with you not saying anything crazy.
Big red wolf over there.
It's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there's nothing more for me to say. The bad man that he is.
How is this a bad man?
Was
This
just
game
bad.
was. I don't.
He wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad. But I mean, he's no longer
And
blemish-free
Aaron Rodgers'
at
fantasy was just
Lambeau.
bad. Because
No.
the other bad man.
Wait,
I think-
if he was that, Time out. I'm done with you. If he was that bad, they would have lost this game. He was good enough.
I say, y'all act like he lost.
He was good enough.
Wait. Calm down.
Simmer down, one at a time.
Hold on.
His
To
last
be
Super Bowl?
respectful.
He has
Be
a Super Bowl unlike Jay
his
Cutler.
record?
Yes,
Unlike Jay
Cutler.
Cutler.
What's
He has a Super Bowl unlike Jay
What's his
Cutler.
record?
He has a
In the
Super Bowl.
playoffs?
He's a champion.
But Jay
He's
Cutler,
a champion.
to Byron's defense, Jay Cutler and
Here you go.
and Aaron Rodgers, it's like trying to
What happened in
compare
the second half of
store-bought
UCL?
brand toilet tissue to Charmin.
Tell him.
Okay, wait a minute.
But at the same time,
Hey, you be
you're
respectful.
not gonna.
Stop.
No, you're
Aaron
not
Rodgers
gonna
is a
hold.
champion.
You're not gonna hold Jay Cutler up to the caliber that you hold Aaron Rodgers. So with Aaron Rodgers having, I get it. When are you gonna? If Aaron Rodgers is the bad man, be the bad man when
He
you're supposed to
didn't
make
lose.
it the bad man
win,
count.
baby.
Wait a minute.
won the game.
If you're gonna make it count again,
Oh, I got this.
So
I got
to
this.
Byron's
I got
defense,
this.
I kind of
wait a minute.
am I defending you?
You are defending him, and I got this.
Store-bought
I got this.
toilet tissue.
I
That's what you
have
just did.
to
I got
Shut
this.
up didn't help.
Wait a minute, I
Shut
got
up
this.
didn't help.
I got this.
Well,
Wait a minute.
I tried. I'm just saying, Aaron Rodgers hasn't done anything. When the last time he done anything?
wait a
I will
minute.
represent
Wait a minute. Everybody been talking. Let me
Messed
jump
up.
in on this
You know,
to
I'm
talk
never
about
coming
Aaron
at your
Rodgers.
aid again. Calm down. I'm never.
Did you hear what
ever
you
doing
said
this
when you
again.
came at his
You
aid?
messed
I'm
up.
never
You
ever
had
doing
Charmin.
it.
You
had
I'm
one
never
job.
ever doing it.
You had one job.
I said at this point. You know what?
Wait a minute, Aaron Rodgers.
Talk, Dre.
You mean to tell me that? All right, so the best
Never
quarterback.
happen again.
The best quarterback. He plays okay against a pretty good defense.
This is okay?
He wins. He wins the no. This defense is for real. And you mean to tell me he gets the W? But yeah, we don't want to give this man the credit that he deserves. When's the last time Aaron Rodgers threw a damn interception? It's been like, what, 20 plus games?
2012.
3
And-
years ago.
2012.
In Lambeau, But yet this man, he was like, oh, he's just all right. Come on, man. It's Aaron
He
Rodgers.
was on his
The
standards.
best-
He was just okay.
He had an average game, but they still won.
He was
Exactly.
okay.
Anybody who takes on the Rams defense struggles. It doesn't matter if
Do
you're
the Packers play every game at home? I mean, it just seems like
need
it.
to stop.
Does it seem
You're
every
just-
week?
You're just being
They're
wrong.
Lambeau.
We need to move on. You're being wrong. We need
Their
to move
defense,
on.
they won in spite of Aaron Rodgers.
We are going to move on. The Buffalo Bills, 14-13 over Tennessee Titans. We're going to move on. The Arizona Cardinals, 42-17 over the Detroit Lions. We're going to keep it going. The Steelers.
Hey,
Yo,
Like
wait,
a
no. Pump the brakes.
You want to go back?
All this hype about Aaron Rodgers. Can we talk about Matthew Stafford for a second?
Oh,
Leave
boy.
the boy alone.
Why?
The joint up.
Why is he the only one
He got benched.
that keeps getting like
Passes.
the passes? He was a number 1 overall pick, right?
Yes, he was.
I'm not giving
Why
him
is he
that.
getting all these passes?
Because you
Him?
didn't have to pay attention to him because Adama Sue and the defense and blah, 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 blah.
That's a problem.
Now
he was a
you're
number
paying
overall pick.
attention
He
to
was a
him.
number overall pick.
Him and the Decepticon over there are pissing me off.
Decepticon. What is he, a dinosaur?
He is a dinosaur to these standards.
He's playing like one.
He's playing like a complete dinosaur. I don't know what he's doing out there. And Matthew Stafford, 3 interceptions is
on now.
just
Come on now.
disgusting. It's
Come on
disgusting.
Come on
It's
now.
disgusting. But let's move on to something that wasn't that dang disgusting. Pittsburgh, 24. San Diego Chargers, 20. Le'Veon Bell carries the Steelers. Scored a run as time expired. Michael Vick. Man, bringing it back for the dark-skinned fellas.
Now
Bringing
you
it
wanna
back
say-
for the
you wanna
backup
say
quarterbacks.
vintage? You want to say vintage?
Bringing it back for the backup
That was
quarterbacks.
vintage. He showed a couple moments where it's like, oh wow, that's
I
old
still
Vic.
think this man can
He
take
still got
a
an arm.
team. Come
He still
on,
got an
man.
arm on him.
13-26, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw a pick. Somebody's boy out here, Phillip Rivers. 35-48, 365 yards,
Another
2
average
touchdowns,
quarterback.
1 interception.
What?
Average.
1 interception.
I said it.
And that will conclude week 5. Anything on this?
Can I give a shout out to Michael Vick? He had a.
Shout out to my boy Michael
You talk
Vick.
about playing well in pressure. Monday night, Michael Vick plays well. I remember back a few years back with the Eagles.
Yeah,
that great
yeah,
performance in D.C. Redskins fans, I know you don't want to remember that. But he plays well when it mattered most. And like Skip and Stephen A. was saying, it was Tebow-esque kind
I
of.
just-
The Steelers are adjusting to a lefty.
I just got one
Good
thing
luck.
to say. I just hope the Steelers fans respect this man now. Instead of just
Oh, they
going
respect
against
They
him.
him.
boycotted him not to
Winning-
come.
They quiet now. They're real quiet.
Winning covers everything.
Yes, it
But
does.
did you see that game? It seemed like they were in Pittsburgh because all them dang towels that was in
I was gonna say
San
the
Diego.
towels were out.
Yeah,
Steelers fans travel well as anybody.
And that was slow until mid third quarter. Then it picked up.
Well, gentlemen, I can't say boys and girls because there's no other girl in here but me. That was week 5. When we come back off the break, we're gonna get into week 6. We're gonna talk about those whole defensive player things, and we got some scores to settle with those picks. I don't think mine's went as well this week. Before
back,
I do
baby.
that, you didn't use your emotions this time. You work with your
Y'all don't
brain.
want me to start. Thank you.
Anyways, go like us on our Facebook page. I didn't say this before, but you can go like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us and comment on Twitter and Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. No point of telling you to come back because I know you will. This is The Flex Zone. Come back up. Did you miss us? I hope you missed us. Week 6 picks. But before we get into week 6 picks, let's assess what the picks were this week for your boys and I. Some people talking about they made a comeback. Some people fell back. Roger, what happened?
What happened was,
You don't have them.
I have them. I have them right here.
Okay,
Yes, I'm just waiting for it to load. Okay, here we go. All right, check this out.
Apple
I went
products.
10 and
You
4.
got AOL or something? What's up?
Yes, you need to stop. Anyway,
Wait a minute.
I do have AOL though, but no. Anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Uncle Raj, baby, you with me? Uncle Raj brought the AOL in the white hat. You know
He
that.
probably was the one running the crush screen.
Yeah, I was. But okay, check this out. I went 10 and 4. Brittany, who's never here sometimes, went 9 and 5.
Ooh, she.
She
And a
actually,
little
wow,
shade.
she must have been picking right this week.
Yeah, she actually did pick right. I give her
2-14,
credit for that.
No
All
offense,
right.
Brittany. No offense.
All right, we love you. But anyway,
She's
Dre,
gonna kill y'all when she sees y'all. I just can't
we'll
wait.
give her a big hug. Anyway,
Especially you.
LeBron James.
You two always get it.
LeBron James.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to talk about that.
Okay, no, we're not gonna do that yet.
Not
but
tonight,
anyway,
not tonight.
on,
Dre, you went 8-6.
Boy.
D, you went 8-6.
I know.
How about
Wow,
Yeah, I
he
know.
came back to earth.
Cavante?
What up?
You went 11-3, baby.
Boom! Let's do this.
Byron, you went 11-3,
That's
baby.
right, baby. We here. We back, baby. We back.
You
I
went
got out my
9-5,
emotions.
Michael.
I went 9-5. Okay, that's not bad.
Got out my emotions.
I'll
Corey,
take that.
Corey. Man, you was doing so good.
Oh, he was a
man.
1 week wonder?
You was doing so
He was a 1 week
good.
wonder.
Girl, you
And
know
then
you like
you
a
just
Milli
went
Vanilli
5
beat,
and
girl.
9.
Oh, he was a 1 week wonder. He ain't ready for the big leagues
5
yet.
and 9, man.
He ain't ready for the big leagues yet,
Come
Jay.
on, I was like,
Pop the
Corey.
brakes.
You
Pop
like
the
Milli
brakes.
Vanilli, girl.
It was a blip, not a
Girl,
trend.
you know it.
Report to the
That CD
principal's
just-
office,
that CD
Matthews.
just skipped.
It was a blip, not a trend.
See,
He ain't ready for the big leagues.
Mr.
Anyways.
Matthews. You gotta say it
No.
like Mr. Feeney, Mr. Matthews.
Mr. Matthews. Report to the principal's office.
What's the overall standings now?
And LG, our guest, went 9-5 last week.
Cool.
But our overall standings is this.
I think Cavante's up again.
We have a new leader.
Uh-oh.
Cavante's up again.
Why you
And
keep making
Cavante
his day,
is
man?
up by 1.
That's all right, though.
51.
That's gonna change.
Kobe.
D, you're behind 50, and Dre, you're behind. You're 49, and me and Byron are tied at 47, and you got a lot catching up to do because
coming.
you're 40.
We coming. We coming.
So it's all good. So that's,
And Brittany, you want to put Brittany?
oh, Brittany, 37.
Just
She's really way behind, but she can catch up to
No,
you.
she can catch up. It ain't over.
It's long,
No, it's
long
not.
season.
It's
It
long
ain't over
season.
till the fat
Oh,
lady
see.
sings. But I hope some of you are happy, so we don't have to hear this long drawn out week about my pigs and I should have and
All I
I stand
want-
by my
hey,
picks.
oh my god!
like
That
So-
you do. That you do.
This
I stand by my
That
picks.
you
These
do.
You gotta
two
give me
guys
credit.
are getting
You do
so
that. You do
pathetic.
Hey,
Even
that-
if I'm on the island by
You
myself.
you almost tried to change though.
Nah,
That's
'cause
not.
I was
You're
waiting for
on
Brooklyn
Fire
Jordan.
Island.
No,
You
no,
know-
no.
Hey, look.
We not
No,
doing
no,
all
no,
good.
see,
You
the
be
thing
on
is,
fire.
the thing
It's all
is,
good.
if it's a
Picking on a
consensus,
Tuesday is
if
not
it's a
easy.
consensus, all right. But Roger, you was the guy who's stern.
Sometimes you
Tuesday
just
and
gotta put your
Tuesday.
break
Thank you,
down.
thank you, Principal Harris.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it, Principal Harris.
That's
You're the
right.
reason
That's
why-
right. Thank you.
No.
I'm glad that
Thank
Oh,
grown.
stop it! You stop.
I am very glad that grown men aren't crying this
Principal
week.
Harris,
So
thank you. I
Like this
appreciate
guy
it.
right
are
here.
we going to be able to
Principal
live
Harris.
this week? Grown men aren't crying this week. You guys got your picks. Everybody's great. All right, let's move on to week 6, shall we? Thursday night, Falcons play the Saints. Falcons will beat the Saints. Correcto?
Yes, Falcons will beat the Saints. I don't believe in the Saints. They're going backwards. Rob Ryan is still their defensive coordinator. And even though Julio Jones will not be 100%, I still believe that they can get it done with Matt Ryan's arm. And he'll have a bounce back.
Is that
game.
unanimous? May I move forward, please?
Man, it's a trap game.
It's a
I'm
trap
I'm
game.
going with the Falcons, but this is a trap game.
Yeah.
Because
Falcons in
you
the
never
close
know.
game. Very close game.
All right,
Devontae
so
Freeman.
And it's a divisional game
It's a
too.
division game. so
with
you
with
don't-
our picks, I mean, until ATL loses, I can't. I gotta roll with them.
Saints. Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going.
Falcons.
I'm going
Falcons.
to
South.
My
Devontae.
dog need to wake up.
Let's move on, shall we? Sunday, October 18th. First game on your bracket, 1 o'clock. Redskins at the Jets. I'm going to do what I do every week, people.
Yeah, we
Of
know.
course,
So
of course.
Jets,
Jets.
First team to 10 wins.
Whoa, wait a minute. Don't say all
messed
Two
that.
up.
good defenses,
That's
man.
messed
Seriously.
Don't say
Seriously.
all that.
But what y'all not gonna do is come for my team like they're not gonna.
You're going to pick
show
the
up.
Redskins as well, my friend.
No, it's
Or are you
going
gonna
to
pick the Jets? You gonna be realistic
I
or
pick
what?
the Jets, but ho, we gonna respect my skins, okay?
Well,
Oh,
they
stay
got
there.
it.
Y'all change at the
Unless you
quarterback
pick.
position.
I think what's going to hurt the Skins this week, the Jets have 2 weeks prepared for this game. And they're going to come out defensively. It's going to be very hard for the Skins to run the football.
And I expect
Yeah.
a lot of picks from Kirky.
A lot.
That's what I call him when I'm mad at him.
Kirky.
Kirky.
You be calling him that
Like he's
this
a
week.
bobblehead.
Cousins.
Kirky.
Kurt usually doesn't do well against the blitz, and I see a lot of it in our
Jets.
future.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
But
Jets will win.
I'm going with the Jets, man. But you know,
Let's
and
move
it's in
on,
New York
shall
too.
we? Cardinals. They go play the Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers.
I'm not.
Oh, what?
Bold choice. Bold
I'm
choice.
taking this. I'm going
Bold
to
choice.
take
She riding that Vic train. She on
I'm
a
not
Michael
riding the
Vick
Vic train.
train.
I'm not riding the Vic train. I really like it.
What? How's the Vic train?
I
on a
picked
good
the
station.
Steelers. Wait, did I?
She's riding the bandwagon.
I'm not
She's on the
riding any
Michael Vick
bandwagon.
train.
I
Mine
picked
out
the
the gutter,
Steelers
okay?
last
I'm just
week.
saying.
Family show.
I know it is. I'm trying to cover us.
Christian station.
Feel the power.
Yeah, feeling the power.
Come on, man.
But anyways,
I'm
I'm
picking
taking.
the Steelers because I don't believe in the Cardinals.
You
I don't
picked them
like
last
the
week. You
Cardinals.
got it
I
right.
picked them last week. I picked the Steelers last week, so I'm not riding any bandwagon.
You are
This isn't about me. This is about y'all. What are y'all picking?
You don't believe in the Cardinals?
I don't. I'm not
Oh, my
going
goodness.
there.
They already got
I
that.
don't
The
think
Cardinals?
They can
And
beat-
Andre Ellington's back.
I don't think they can beat the Steelers this
You're
week.
tripping.
I don't
You're
think they can beat the
tripping.
Steelers.
I think everybody else here has the Cardinals, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna
Right,
move
Dre?
on.
Let me tell you why the Steelers won't win. The
Let me
Steelers
tell
gotta
you why
travel
you're wrong.
back to
What?
the East Coast from the West Coast.
Y'all say that every time, and every team that does that ends
Most
up
of them
winning.
lose, and most of them lose.
And
But he's
they've
right,
been
though.
winning. But they've been winning.
Arizona does a good job in traveling east.
They're already in the Midwest.
And remember, the Steelers got an extra day not to prepare.
A short week.
Short week.
Let's go, shall we?
Don't like Steelers chances.
Cardinals.
The people that you thought would never lose in Arrowhead lost in Arrowhead, so the Chiefs go play Minnesota.
So that's why I'm choosing the Vikings.
Vikings off a bye. Vikings.
No Jamal Charles.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Right, that's the offense.
Well.
That's 100% of the offense.
The Chiefs.
Adrian
They
Peterson
can't seem to throw
will
a
run
touchdown to a
wild.
receiver.
Yeah,
Chiefs
exactly.
are
No
defeated.
receivers.
The Chiefs kind of like the Ravens. They're dealing with the injury bug,
Go
so their
AP.
season is over.
Yeah, the Chiefs
But
are
I think the Vikings are going to show why they're making that playoff push, baby. AP.
Go AP.
That's right.
Now, this next one,
Vikings.
I asked a question earlier. Will you believe in the Bengals if they beat us regulars? It's one team in the regular season. One team that may help you do that is the Bills.
But the Bills have nobody healthy.
I get it.
Is
They go play
Sean
Buffalo.
McCoy going to play?
And nobody's healthy.
Nope. He's
Yeah.
out 3 to 4
He's
weeks.
out for like 3 to
Taylor
4
literally
weeks.
won that game last
So
year.
I'm-
Taylor ain't gonna play.
I'm going to take the Bengals.
Are you serious?
I'm,
Bengals.
Jesus.
I'm taking the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
I'm going
Anonymous.
to take the Bengals.
I think the Bengals are going to win.
Bengals.
All right.
You know what?
I'm
gonna choose.
oh,
You
Go
going
ahead,
with the
Jay.
opposite
Do
there?
it. Do it.
That Michael Jackson.
Do it.
Okay, I'm
Do
ahead
it.
of him. I
Do
don't
it.
care.
Do it.
Thriller. You look like Thriller.
I need to.
I'm
It's
ahead.
first of all, it's a red jacket.
It's the
that he had.
Thriller jacket.
Oh no, my fault. That was the.
But you have on red
the
shoes.
No, that's the. That's
You know
the
who you
that's
look
the-
like?
there.
You know who you look like? You look like John Travolta from Grease. That's you.
Y'all just really just coming
You're the
for
one
me
that
at
I
all
like.
angles.
And you're
but
going to pick
I'm
the Bills, aren't you?
No,
You're picking the
I'm-
Bills, aren't you?
no, I'm with the Bengals.
You on the train, baby?
I'm on the
I thought he was going to pick
I
differently.
thought he was too, but
Anyways,
stop. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do something different. Byron, I'm riding your Bears train. I'm gonna take Jay Cutler over
And
the
guess
line.
what?
Yeah.
I'm on the train with you, baby.
This
I'm on the
The Lions
train.
have yet to
The
win the
Lions
game.
are horrible.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
man.
No, I'm just saying they have yet to win the game, and basically the same thing he's about to say. They are horrible.
I'm on the train, baby. I'm on the train.
Cuddy, baby.
I'm on the
Roll
train,
with Cuddy,
baby.
baby.
I'm on the train, baby.
I'll go with Cutler
Hey,
as well.
I don't want to pick the Bears,
But you will.
I don't
I
think
have
you
to
had any other
because
decision
right
but
now,
not to pick the Bears.
Decepticon
If they
has
lose
to
this
snap.
game,
Oh,
if Matt Stafford, if they lose this game to the Lions,
I'm gonna tell you.
But
right
it's going to be
now,
a trap game.
They are gonna.
I was about to
lose
say, I
the
wouldn't be
Lions.
surprised.
I'm taking the Lions.
Okay.
An upset pick here because the Bears haven't been that impressive. Now let's be honest.
Yeah.
They've won 2 squeaky games.
I mean, beat the Raiders on last
squeaky.
drive.
2
beat the
squeaky
Chiefs in
games.
Arrowhead.
2 last minute games.
Two
Been
great
squeaky.
throws.
Mosey.
The Lions are due for a win, and this is a divisional game.
moseying on down that 1 o'clock train, the Broncos, Wade Phillips and that defense goes to Cleveland to face the Browns.
There's no way in God's green earth
Feel them
that
out.
Josh McCown's going to throw
Hey, you
457
didn't think
yards.
he was going to beat the
He's not
Ravens?
gonna do it.
You didn't
Josh
think he was going to beat the
McCown
Ravens?
Holy water before that
Yeah.
game. He played first Cleveland Brown quarterback, 3 straight games, 300 yards. He was feeling the power.
Well, he ain't feeling the power this week. He's going to get his behind.
I'm
but
gonna take
taking
the Broncos.
Everybody take
Broncos
it.
I think the
winning.
Broncos.
I think this
Yeah.
will be a closer game. DeMarcus Webb might not play.
I was
Good
gonna say
chance
this.
he
They're
might
saying
the
he's
same
not
thing.
playing
The Browns
as of right now.
Yeah.
could do something. I don't see them winning, but they could do something.
I think we
Ain't
talked about it
doing-
off
they ain't
air a
doing
little
Jack
bit.
Diddley.
How they kind of like the Ravens or the Bucks defensively. They're just going to carry them every game.
Yeah.
I think you see that here. Another like 18-15 type game, close
Yeah.
game.
1 o'clock train continues. Now, this one, I don't know what toss-up you want to give them, but the Texans go play the
Oh
Jaguars.
gosh. This-
Can you even pick this one?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pick the Jaguars.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that, too. I don't know if
Even
the
though
Texans got anything left in the tank.
10 days prepared.
Hey, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch it.
Yeah,
by the
basically.
toe.
And the AFC.
Hey, Bortles had 4
This is
touchdowns
like
last
playing.
week.
That was
This is
the-
like playing tag in middle school when you had to
Tag, you're-
any, mini,
you're
miny.
not it.
Bortles had one of his best games of his career last week.
Well,
Come on, do it. I see your paper. Come on.
I don't know
Say
the
it.
quarterback is.
Just say it.
I don't know
It's
the
going to
quarterback
be...
I'm taking the Texans.
I'm going to
no,
Texans.
No, no. I ain't
I
I ain't taking it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm taking
like
the Jags.
either team could win. It's just,
I'm
Jaguars.
taking
That's
the
Bradley.
Jags.
All right,
I'm
let's.
taking
Oh,
the
I'm gonna switch this pick. I'm going
First
with the,
team to 21.
I'm going with the I'm going with the Jaguars too. Hey, I have Texans on my paper, but I'm switching it to the Jaguars.
All right, cool.
Let's keep going, shall we? The Dolphins, Miami. Last 1 o'clock game. The Dolphins go to Tennessee to face the Titans. I think I might take the Titans.
I think I will take them.
They
too.
got too much turmoil going on in Miami right now. I'm taking
Miami
the
looking
Titans.
real
Yeah,
bad
it was
right now,
shame.
man.
Tennessee should have won last week. They didn't.
Yeah, they've been in a lot of games. I think they finally get a win here. Super Mariota.
Mariota's very smart. Needs some weapons around him. But I like Tennessee.
Yeah,
in
I
this
see
game
Tennessee
to
winning this game
beat
too.
Miami.
All
Go
right.
Titans.
Let's go to the 405
Music
game.
City.
The Panthers. Now, the Panthers,
Cam versus
Cam versus Cam.
How many of us have them?
And we also see them facing the Seahawks.
you know what?
I am still going to ride with the Seahawks. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this. I don't think
They
Cam
rarely lose.
can beat the Seahawks.
They rarely lose at home. So, of course, I'm going to roll with Seattle.
Yeah.
I believe Marshawn
I don't know what
Lynch
the
is
heck is
coming
going
back.
on
That's
in
the absolute
Seattle.
only reason why I'm going with the Seahawks.
So I'm going with the Seahawks as well.
The Seahawks have been a thorn in the Panthers' side. Every time they played, it seems like they beat them.
Yeah, it's
So
a
I think
defensive game.
I think it's gonna be Luke Kuechly will be back.
It's gonna
but
be a closer
the
game.
Seahawks have to win this game. They just have to, and Jimmy Graham has to find a way to find a play.
He needs to find the ball.
Hey.
He needs to do
Thomas
something
Rawls
to
has
make
not been
it.
running that bad though.
Lou Rawls or Thomas
Lou
Rawls?
Rawls.
T. Raw. T. Raw.
All I know
like
is
T. Raw.
All I know is
Let's go.
Cam is going to win this game.
Which
Okay.
one?
I don't know, but one of these Cams is going to win this game.
Which one? I don't know.
Okay.
Cam's gonna win though.
Seahawks in the close.
425.
Look at this game.
Phillip Rivers and the Chargers go play the Pack.
At Lambeau.
Where's it at?
I'm
Again,
gonna
they
take
play every
the
game at
Pack
home.
At home. I'm with them.
Come on, do that for every week at home. Like, come on, it's not
Of
fair.
course, because they're at home. You're
Wake
gonna
me
pick
up when they
them.
play a road game.
You're gonna pick Aaron Rodgers. So
Cue the music. It's gonna be hammer time at Lambeau.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
it is.
You know
It's
what?
gonna be hammer
As much
time.
as I love Phillip Rivers, I ain't dumb. I'm going with
It's
the
gonna be-
bad man.
Be
He will
respectful.
bounce back
That's
this
right.
week and put up
bounce back
enormous
from
numbers
what?
because
What is
he knows
bouncing
he
back?
didn't play well.
Phillip.
He knows he didn't
That's
play well.
don't
I think it'll be a shootout though. Phillip will get his, but I think Aaron will.
How
get
was
They're
it
his.
number
not-
one.
how did he-
Short week,
he
gotta
had-
travel west.
Yeah.
An unusual game. Okay, because he threw
He
two picks
just
behind
had an average game.
The Chargers
How
defense
was
is
that
not the Rams
average?
defense.
Okay. Anyway,
240 yards?
another 425 game. The Ravens will
Oh,
play the
God.
49ers. If you don't win
Oh,
this
wow.
Battle
one,
of one
I
win
don't.
teams.
I didn't even see.
Yeah.
Can I see the highlight?
Guess
if
what?
you
Battle of
don't
one
win
teams.
this one, I am picking
But
every.
nobody's
I've
got
picked
it
the
worse than
Ravens.
us, Bo.
Every game the Ravens have played, I've picked the Ravens.
right,
And
you
guess what
jinxed
they've
us.
done? They have lost.
Jinxed us, Mike.
And guess what?
And I'm thinking I'm making the right move. What the heck is a problem? But I'm going to take the Ravens again.
Oh, come
No,
on.
stop.
It's
Stop.
not
Take
big.
it.
Take the Niners.
Yes,
Take the Niners. Take the Niners.
Take the Niners.
So now I'm the one that's holding the Ravens and the Cowboys back. Please.
Yeah, you
Redskins
definitely on the
back.
Cowboys.
Every
Yeah,
Redskins
yeah,
Redskins,
You're
baby.
reading Dez and
The
Tony Romo got
Redskins were
hurt.
going to lose anyway, even though I love
why
them.
you
I
pick
love
them
you,
every
baby. I
week
love you.
then?
Those still
Hey, man, she not in the running. I'm
Don't
cool. I don't even
steal my
mad.
booze.
That
Hey,
is-
I'm still there. I just messed up
Yes,
week
go with
one.
the
I should have
Ravens.
went week
Also,
one.
Hall University. Say all those
Because she
cliches.
likes
Come on.
whoopee.
You look like Whoopi.
I'm going with- I'm going with the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers.
You look like her cousin.
I'm going to roll with the
okay,
49ers,
whatever.
too. People are forgetting. They
Fine.
have Torrey Smith
And Guambo, who didn't get paid by the
Look at them.
Ravens.
Look at
Who
them.
are
They
about
like,
to have
oh
a
yeah, we
field
about to
day.
eat.
So this might be an actual revenge game.
Yes.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
it could be.
George, I ain't
And
gonna
but don't
do it
forget,
yet. I
Colin
ain't gonna do it
Kaepernick
yet.
also, he lost the Super Bowl, a very close one to the Ravens. He
He
this
lost the
game,
Super Bowl by the switch of a light.
This
Those
game,
are two different
no,
lights.
No, that light helped them.
No,
Shine the light.
That was bad.
If anything,
It was
if
bad.
anything,
It was
it's
bad.
a possible
It was bad.
controversial
Halftime,
call
not
at the
Super
end.
Yeah, on Jimmy Smith. So he may go after him.
So trust me, he's got
no.
this game circled. He's
And I'm
going
scared
off.
of him. If he breaks
Now-
contain,
And if he looks like how he did in that Giants game, watch out.
They did
Now
pop-
this next one.
Hold on. The apocalypse might happen because I'm going with you, Mike. How the Ravens.
Oh.
This is a wonderful game for the Ravens.
You're as bad as me because you've
They're
been picking
gonna
them too
win.
and they've been losing.
No, I picked them to
every
lose.
game's winnable, but do you win?
I
No.
don't-
I picked them
All
to lose.
right,
Yeah.
drum roll for this
I don't
one,
see how they
shall we?
win.
8:30.
Nope.
I
No
think they
drum
can
roll.
win.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sunday night football.
Oh, it's gonna be a drum roll.
Drum roll for this game.
They gonna beat him like a
Drum
drum.
roll.
The real bad man.
The center of Deflategate meets people.
The bad man.
The game that Peyton Manning, the game that Tom Brady was supposed to be making it back
The
to.
2007 Retribution Tour.
Andrew
I know, right?
Luck, will he be back?
Hide
or
your
no?
kids, hide your
It
wife.
might be a repeat of
Patriots.
what happened in
I
the
would
AFC
be
Championship
surprised.
game.
I see
And
that.
in the game,
But however, when
when
we discussed this game previously prior to the season and we were getting into the season, we said it would not surprise us if the Colts beat the Patriots.
And after
in
the
this
season
game.
has started, what we have seen, it would surprise
It was
me.
surprising.
Y'all still picking the Colts to go to the Super Bowl?
Hey,
Yes.
Matt Hassel.
Yes.
Hey, listen,
Over the Patriots?
I'm still holding to that pick.
Yes.
We're not out of it. I'm still holding to
I
it.
need to go down.
Matt Hasselback, man, he's been old man killing it.
Old
So,
man.
Wait,
Well, the thing is, Andrew Luck's
Colts.
coming back, which will
Andrew
hurt
Luck's
them.
coming-
All I know is Psycho Tom will destroy
The
the
real
Colts.
bad man.
And
I'm
I
gonna
need
pick
The
the
real bad
Patriots,
man.
but deep down, I want to pick the Colts.
You know what?
Because I feel
What-
that this is going to be something. You're going to pick the
What's-
Colts.
what's-
Do it.
No, I said the Patriots are my Super Bowl pick. But what's the record?
right.
What's the
Yeah.
record in a single game Was it 7 that
Yeah.
that the
You think he
Broncos
gonna break the
had for
record?
Peyton Manning? Oh, Tom
seven
Brady will probably
touchdowns.
break the record easily.
I think Gronk will have a
Gronk will
big
probably
game.
have 5 touchdowns. Brady will
Hey,
probably
that
throw
works for me.
7.
That works for me.
Sunday, you think so?
He is
guys,
going
that work for
to
me.
annihilate this
It might be
team.
bad. It
Hey,
might be bad.
who
It
snitched
might
on
be
him
bad.
again?
I think
Who's
he'll be
coach
exaggerating. I don't think he's gonna throw
Remember,
7.
Brady has been chopping
Somebody's
at
getting
the
that
bits.
behind
for-
with
I
him.
believe he could throw 4 touchdowns. 7 though.
No, he's not gonna throw 7. Stop being
Oh,
absurd. Stop being
he's
absurd.
going
Stop being
ham.
absurd.
He'll probably throw about 5.
think-
I'll give it 5.
He might throw 500 yards. He might throw 4 or 500 yards
I'm
though.
telling you.
Is Vontae Davis not playing?
They're gonna make up a random record, the most guy to throw 500 guys.
I say yeah, just like they do for LeBron.
I'm
the
telling
first
you,
guy
this-
to wear a headband, take it off, put back on the headband, and then
Oh, no, wait a minute.
And they had
Wow.
a sheen. They put the sheen back on his head.
With the Colts having 10 days prepared, they might hang for a half. They hang for a
Tom Brady, the
They
first
will
guy to be
hang
in the
for a
Deflategate
quarter,
scandal. Come
and
back
then
off that
it is-
scandal.
They're
Not
gonna
you
hang
from
at the-
suspended
Look,
and
I'm
being
giving
team that another.
I'm giving them a quarter, and then it is over. It's
gonna
gonna be
have-
over
Last
to. It's gonna be
game,
over to the point where
simmer down,
Tom.
people. Last game, on
They'll
your
probably
package
pull
sheet.
Tom Brady from the game. That's how
Monday
bad.
Night
They won't- they run up the score.
Football concludes week
I hope they do.
6.
They tried to
The
last week.
Giants go to Philly. I'm gonna take the Giants.
Go G-Man.
G-Man, Eli, Beckham.
I believe in Eli.
I don't. I'm
Aren't you
picking
a-
the Eagles. I'm going to be different.
Right, brother?
I might
I
take
want
the
to be
Giants.
different because I think
I'm
Chip
different.
is going to win one of these games against the Giants, and this
One
will
of
be
these
the
games.
one.
Well, he won't win this one.
I said the
This
Giants
will
are
be
going
the
5
one
in a
they stay at
row.
home.
They won last week. They'll win this week. They'll win the next 3 after this.
I
think
like
the
the
Giants.
Eagles. I think the Eagles can run the ball.
And
they
with
can run
that,
the ball, they'll be
sir,
good.
I'm going to sign my Hancock.
Run the ball.
This
That's
is
funny.
McKell's.
Okay.
I will enjoy this.
All right.
She
Kels.
put her Jeannie Hancock on everything.
Anyways, we're going to keep this. I hope that your week 6 picks work out. I hope I'm leading most of you, but I hope your week 6 picks
You ain't beating
work
me.
out. So, let's move
Coming
forward.
Like that Redskins
Coming
pick.
back.
Last,
Hey, man, please.
every week never fails, so shut up and get over it. Let's go into something very important, another score we have to settle. I propose to you guys, we've been giving these offensive guys a lot of credit, but we got to, defense wins games, right?
Championships.
Championships.
Teams win championships.
Let's give the defensive guys some credit. Top
Gotta
defensive
have both sides
players
of the
of
ball.
all time.
3 sides.
Richard Sherman.
What?
Revis Island.
No.
Not even close. I mean,
Cam
Revis
Chancellor.
in
No.
time, but that's not close.
No.
It's
Of
not
all
close.
time.
Nobody today is on the. Well, okay, we got one. I got one, but
I got one.
he recently retired. So
Well, I still got one that's still
Ed
doing
Reed.
it.
yeah.
Ray
You know
Lewis.
what?
Oh, yeah,
Ed-
Charles Wilson. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? Ed
Wilson.
Reed
Charles
was
Wilson,
my
most
honorable
definitely.
mention.
Forget about
Is
Charles.
legit. He is
Well,
legit.
we're going to start with
But
you,
nah,
see
he's
as though
not
you
on
want to
my
bring it
list.
up.
Hold on, go.
You get one honorable mention. You don't get 2. You get
I'm saying
one
two.
honorable
I'm saying
mention.
2. I don't care.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, come on.
two.
This is
It's two
defensively.
It's
yeah,
not gonna be
yeah.
long. I'm just gonna say 2.
Lawrence. All right, you get 2 honorable mentions and you get your picks. So start off with the 2 honorable
Okay,
mentions.
I'm gonna say my 2 honorable mentions are Ed Reed and Mean Joe Green. I wanted to put Dick Buckets in there, but I mean,
Darryl Green.
he didn't make it. My top 5.
Devontae Green.
I'm gonna go with Mean Joe Green. Doesn't make it. Mean Joe Green.
No,
Oh, I know,
relax.
that
That had nothing to do with you.
Oh, okay.
He was coming out of the jacket.
I was. I really was.
Keep the thriller on.
You would have.
Still a jacket on him, right?
Hey, man, that's a nice jacket.
I'm about to- that's a
That's a nice jacket, man.
My man over here, he got good style over there.
That's a nice jacket.
I'm not
Put a
saying it's
homecoming
not.
style.
Hey, that's a nice
State
jacket.
University.
Hey,
That's how you do it. Do it
We're
homecoming
going to
week.
agree with
Okay,
each other
calm down.
again here.
Did Mayweather pay for that? Anyways,
Oh, my
5
God.
picks.
Really?
Let's go.
Just get this over with.
Really? Money teammates.
You like T-Pain. Go ahead.
Fine. All right, so my top 5, Deacon Jones.
Deacon.
It would be absurd for me not to bless this top 5 without the Deacon.
Feel
Right,
the
you're
power.
absolutely
Named
right.
the Deacon.
You're
Maybe
absolutely
Deacon
right.
come
Maybe
that off.
the hardest hitting defensive
offered
player.
a lot.
Deacon was
ever.
not his real name.
Um,
Deacon was not his real name.
David. It's David.
Because he
actually.
sure as hell didn't
Right.
like it.
He got a nickname.
He gave hell
got a
every
shot.
Sunday.
since we going to church, I gotta keep it with Sweet Jesus, Reggie White. He's in there. Dion, prime time.
Prime
time.
time. My boy.
In his draws.
That was Michael Irvin
Michael
that said
Irvin,
that
okay,
though.
We don't want to see Dion in his draw.
21 reasons why. That's what you said.
Then I gotta go with LT. And to conclude it all, I gotta go with my hometown boy, man, Ray Lewis.
It's game time. What the dog say, man?
The greatest.
Reverend Ray.
What's no weapon formed against
Reverend Ray.
us?
Well,
No
he is
weapon.
no doubt
No
he
weapon.
is the greatest leader of men I've ever seen, and the
Every
greatest
time the Ravens win, there
motivator.
has to be a freaking road march. Anyways, Devon's
But so what?
march on
I mean-
Washington. What the hell?
March on your Redskins. But
March on-
anyway, let's go.
March
Hey,
on-
but look, I don't care who you are. Ray Lewis motivated you to play football every
He
week.
motivated me
That's
to
right.
be a better woman.
Thank you.
There you go.
Moving
That's all
forward,
that matters.
Cravante, please, enlighten us with your honorable mentions.
All right.
And your picks.
All right. I got 2 honorable mentions. I have Bruce Smith,
Holla back.
200 career sacks. And I got Ronnie Lott just because I'm a DB lover. All right, jumping into it. Top 5. Deacon Jones. Dre, I agree with everything you just said. It'd be absurd to not have him in this top 5.
He wasn't a deacon, though.
No, his name wasn't Deacon, which means he knew what he was doing. He terrorized offensive lines and linemen. We know. Number 4, I got Reverend Ray. Reverend good old Ray, man. He single-handedly changed how Baltimore looks at sports. Like he's the reason why Baltimore loves the Ravens so much.
You
know what I'm
made
saying?
it when he retired. They had if you ever drove by 83, they had a thank you Ray sign. I was like,
Yeah.
they made it.
You didn't think it was just him, but
And when Ray Rice downtown, there's a store called the Sports Shop or something right across the street from Gallery. Ray Rice was in that window. They moved it and still put Ray Lewis there, and he's no longer playing. Go ahead. Sorry, Ray.
Number 3, prime time.
Prime
Time Deion Sanders, man. He was
And he
arguably
runs with
the
the
most
ball like this.
arguably the most entertaining football player I've ever seen witnessed.
Pretty boy.
He's the only athlete to ever have a legit single. Was it a single? Or was it the album that went platinum?
Was it?
I thought
it
you
was
were
a
talking about
gold.
baseball.
So I was about to say he's the only guy
To successfully do it.
successfully have a World Series and a Super Bowl.
You don't believe us? That's Tim McCarver.
Must be the money.
Moving forward, let's keep the train going.
Number two, the Minister of Defense, Reggie White.
Minister.
Nothing else to be said about that.
And numero uno.
And number 1, LT, man. The only defensive, not the only defensive player, but the last defensive player to win the season MVP. He single-handedly changed how you play outside linebacker in that 3-4 defense.
Let's move down the seats. Byron, 2 honorable mentions, top 5.
I had a lot of honorable mentions, so
Pick 2, my friend.
I'll just throw out Charles Woodson, Ed Reed, and Dick Buckers. Just throw them out. I said 3, but yeah, just throw them out. But number 5, I have Ronnie Lott. I mean, he played with one finger. What else can you say about that? Did it all. Number 4, I kind of just did some recent shuffling, so work with me here. I have LT Lawrence Taylor. He was a menace up that middle, coming off the edge with them Giants teams. Remember that play on Joe Theismann, broke his leg? That was crazy. Number 3, I put Reggie White. I know people talk about J.J. Watt, but Reggie White was a beast. He was a monster. He was unblockable, literally. Number 2, I put Deion. You talk about a guy who transcended a sport, a culture, prime time. I mean, you think about his influence. Won the Super Bowl with the Cowboys, then went to San Francisco, helped them win the Super Bowl. Just a player like no other, and was the epitome of a shutdown corner. Number 1, I got to go with Ray Lewis. I mean, going on my lifetime of what I've seen, somebody who was able to play sideline to sideline, some of the plays he made, and we know he's a leader of men, but just what he was able to do on the field, some of the tackles he made, and just his ability to make others around him better. The no-names that you think about on the Ravens throughout the years on their defense, still having some of the best defenses in history. Ray Lewis, I mean, just great. Happy I saw him play.
James, you have any picks?
I do.
Let me get 2 honorable mentions in your picks, sir.
Oh, my 2 honorable mentions, Ed Reed and the late Sean Taylor, of course.
Sean Taylor.
Yes. Hail to the
Rest in
Redskins.
peace, Sean Taylor.
Teammates at Miami, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The U.
Yeah.
No longer the you anymore.
Yeah.
It's always
It ain't the same. It ain't the same though. He right. It ain't the same.
Man, they had the whole damn NFL. Oh, ahead of you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Number 5, I have Ray Lewis. Number 4, I have Primetime Deion. Number 3, Ronnie Lott. 2, Reggie White. And number 1, LT, of course.
All these picks going to sound the same or just rearranged a little bit? D, go.
All right, my 2 honorable mention, Bruce Smith and Deacon Jones. Number 5, Ed Reed for me, the ball hawk that he is. Number 4, Ray Lewis. We already mentioned the leadership stuff and everything. Number 3, Lawrence Taylor. Number 2, Deion Sanders. And number 1, Reggie White, man. I had nightmares about Reggie White when I was a kid, man.
Wow.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, that's how
interesting.
he had the fat head on his wall.
Okay.
Anyway.
I never felt that way about Reggie.
That's like,
I always
good
wanted to
Lord.
eat something when he was on the commercials, you know. That chunky
Your
Campbell
last,
soup.
Roger. Please enlighten us.
All right. My honorable mentions are Rod Woodson from the the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And the
He was-
Ravens.
And the Ravens, of course. I'm not going to forget the Ravens.
And the Raiders.
Where he won a championship, the Ravens. Helped that 2000 defense look the way it was. I mean, he's a great player, great guy. Ronnie Lott, awesome player. That's 2 of my honorable mentions right there.
Hey, show DB some love.
Yeah. All right. Top 5 guys. Ed Reed. Man, watching this guy over the years, man, he's awesome. Although he complained about money, he still was doing his job, always intercepting the ball when you needed to intercept the ball. Yes, the U, but no longer the U. But anyways, number 4, Deion Sanders.
From
Number
Florida
4, it must be the money.
We're going to stay in Florida?
It must
Florida
be the
State.
money, baby. And
21
he's
reasons
still
why.
entertaining to this day on NFL Network.
Absolutely.
They're one of the best cornerbacks
Moochie!
ever played this game.
It didn't have to be physical to do it, too, by the way.
Yeah, it didn't have to be physical. Always just was in the right place at the
He
right
was too
time.
dang pretty to
He was definitely a finesse.
finesse-er.
And always made the right decisions when going to teams to get that championship ring.
And also, don't do no unnecessary tackling, man.
Nah.
Don't do no tackling if you don't got to, baby.
Made his decision now.
And his ability as a returner, too. He was
That was
Absolutely.
a defensive
And on the
player.
defensive side of the ball and special teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the defensive guy's way of sliding.
Hey, man, do what
Hey,
you got to do.
gotta
Stay on the
do what you
field.
gotta
Get that money.
Hey, you're a corner.
Lawrence Taylor is number 3 on my list. Lawrence Taylor is a great guy, but he had some problems off the field, but we're not going to discuss that. On the field, he was awesome. New York Giants 2 rings.
Why do you
Bill
always
Parcells.
gotta bring up the stuff nobody?
I'm just saying. Hey, he did what he did. He's a great.
Number 2.
Number 2, Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. He's awesome too. Also great.
Numero uno.
And number 1, everybody done said it. Well, not everybody, but I'm saying it. Ray Lewis, the best defensive player I've ever seen, got a lot of people jobs in this town, and just
in the league, yeah.
and in the league, and was just a great player.
We're congratulations, guys. You guys did a good job. Next week, let's talk about some tight ends, shall we?
Tight ends.
Top 5 tight ends. Rob Gronkowski, how many lists does he make?
He might be on the list.
He already might be number 1.
I say he might be.
I ain't know that. He number
He
one.
Might be bold. He might be at least
No,
bold
he
on the list
coming up
now.
top
Let,
3.
let me apologize.
Oh, you talking about all time
Deion Sanders' album actually flopped. But
Must not be the money.
I
can-
just wanted to throw
He's
that
singing,
out there.
rapping. What the heck's going on?
It's okay, man. Ray J album flop too. It's all right. It's okay. Don't mean he's not. No, it doesn't mean he's not a good
Oh,
person.
you know, look at the
Low blow.
darts he threw.
Not be the money.
It doesn't mean he's not a good person or he can
And
do
you
assets.
and
He's not a good
you be
person.
shaking hands with this guy,
No.
If you
saying
only
that's
had
your
one wish.
man, and blah blah blah.
He had a couple singles, but his album just would never.
He only had one wish, though.
And that's supposed
No,
to
I'm
be
all about the
your-
bigger
and
picture.
that's supposed to be your guy.
That is my guy.
You agree with him every
is my guy.
day.
That's a nice jacket he has, man.
Show. And
Just
that's
saying.
supposed to be. I hope you see him for his.
Jay, you got a new phone, man? What's
I
up?
hope you see him
You got a
for his
case,
real
man?
colors
You
of
ready for
freedom.
homecoming, huh?
I mean, I'm ready, man. But
What a time to be a bear.
I mean,
huh?
just,
New
What a-
jacket, new
what a time to be a bear.
phone.
If you only had one
He
wish.
is
That's
crying.
the fact that you slid my
And
man.
that was supposed to be your man.
I'm not saying nothing that's not true, bro.
Now you see him for his true colors.
I have to accept the fact that the Ravens are 1 and 4.
The jacket. He coming out the
I mean,
jacket.
after last week, the way Andre looked at the Million Man March with the red suit on.
No,
looking
he
like-
looked very
looking
nice.
like-
He
Oh, I didn't see the
looked
picture.
He looked like
nice,
a
but he looked
Kappa
like a
man.
wolf. He looked like a
He
wolf
looked
with
like
them-
a Kappa
with them
man.
girls.
Thank
involved
you,
with him.
thank you.
He
It
looked
was,
like
it
a
was.
wolf.
I looked like an astute gentleman of the best fraternity known to mankind, as Kappa Alpha Psi. But shout out to all the people who were definitely at the Million Man March.
Justice or else.
Justice or else. We were out there for everybody from Morgan, Coppin, Baltimore. Showed out with 37 buses. It was definitely a nice time. And remember, it's justice or else, and we gotta keep the movement going forward.
And he's black in the black, and he's black, y'all.
Please stop.
Yes, next week. All-time favorite tight ends. That should be interesting.
Favorite tight end. Wow.
We're done.
No game ball, no not so game
Oh,
ball.
yeah. Game ball, not so I forgot about it. I'm sorry. I thought we were done.
Something
All
you
right.
came up
Game
with.
ball.
Well, all right,
I
I'll
know
go-
something I
all right,
came up with.
I'll go quickly with it. I'm not even going to do honorable mentions.
Yeah,
I'll
make
just
this a
do
little
game
quick,
ball.
please.
Game ball goes to my man Eli because I believe in Eli. And
Why do you gotta sing the song all the time?
because Deion Sanders sings it all the time.
Okay.
We just having a sing off here with
enough.
This ain't the
voice.
This
okay?
ain't the voice. I'm about to say that.
And if we did a if only I could sing, y'all. If we did a not so game ball, Matthew Stafford.
Game ball low.
You stink.
Not so game ball low. Crevante.
I'm gonna say the game ball. He took mine. I was gonna say Eli, but I'm gonna go with Le'Veon Bell. They're gonna ride that boy all the way up until Big Ben comes
Best running back in the league.
and they have to. And he's absolutely the best running back in the league, especially with Jamal Charles going down. And my not so game ball.
You gonna pick Andy Dalton as your game ball? I'm joking.
No. My not so game ball. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
What the heck is going on in Kansas
What
City?
is going on, man?
Told y'all they wasn't gonna be good.
All right,
What is going on?
Byron, your game ball gonna be Jay.
It could have been Jay Cutler, could have been Andy Dalton. But I did that already. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to switch it up because it's already been explained. We don't need to explain what's been already explained to you. But I'm going to start with the not-so game ball. Nick Foles, Foles Gold. Come on, baby. We need you. You got Gurley. You got that Valley Hoop defense. You can't throw the ball and turn it over every play. Come on. Get yourself together. But the ageless one just gets my game ball. Charles Woodson, 2 picks on Peyton Manning. Came in the same draft class in 98. First and 4th overall pick. Not 1, but 2 picks against Peyton Manning. At age 39, this guy's one of the greatest ever.
James, game ball. Not
I
so
like that
game
unconventional.
Yeah, my
That's-
game ball goes to
that's my thing.
Devontae Freeman.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Freeman.
Man.
Yeah,
He's a freak now.
Yeah. And the
he
not so
damn near
game
ran
ball,
like he was free.
the not so game ball goes to Drew Brees, certainly.
He started the job.
I'm so serious. I had
It
the
was
game on, but I wasn't watching it. But every time I heard Fletcher Cox, Breeze fumbles again. Like I was like, really? Like I just kept hearing Fletcher Cox's name for making plays, and then like every time they say Breeze fumble, it was again after like every time. It was crazy.
All right, the game
Do you
ball.
know-
When have you ever thought you would hear Drew Brees in a not
And it was
so
like
game
three
ball?
game. I
They
mean,
don't
three
have
fumbles.
talent, man. They don't have a lot of
Yeah,
talent.
they
down
just.
there.
I was sick.
The offensive line not that great either, but you
It's
know,
not.
still.
True.
D, your ball.
Matt Hasselbeck, how about him?
Hey, man.
Old man.
Old man getting it up.
Told y'all the old man get it done.
Yes, you did.
Told y'all old man get it done. But the game ball, I'm going to combine it for the whole AFC South. Outside of the coast. How all 3 of y'all teams let that old man beat y'all, man? Really? And all 3 teams combined got the same amount of wins the Colts got, 3.
Told you, that easy.
Worst division in football.
Roger.
As much as I do not want to do this, I have to give Josh McGowan the game ball.
He was the bad man on
He
Sunday.
457. I will not forget that. 457 yards from a Browns quarterback.
A Browns
on the
record.
Ravens team.
You know, last time
He
the
had to
Browns,
get the
the
game
Browns
ball.
beat the Ravens in Baltimore. The score was 33-30. Crazy enough.
And it was in 2007 when
Yep.
the
And you're
Ravens.
not so
same
game
similar
ball.
situation.
My
Like
not so
injuries.
game ball. I had to think about this for a minute, but my not so game ball goes to Derek Carr. I mean, come on, man. You were right there, bruh. I mean, the Broncos was struggling the whole game. Peyton Manning is not throwing touchdown passes, and you're in the end zone twice, and you throw a pick 6. Come on, Derek Carr, man. Got to do better.
They're not ready yet. They get there.
My game ball. Well, not so game ball. My not so game ball. I know the receiver slipped, but
No, Kirk
goes to
Cousins.
Kirk.
I should have knew.
Gonna go to Kirky. That hurt my soul. That game because I just knew,
and Whoopi
and I
would've-
couldn't watch it because I live in Baltimore.
Should have went to the running back side.
Anyways,
Hey, you want to know why you couldn't watch it this Sunday? Because the Ravens was on at home.
At
You're
home.
not gonna be able to watch it.
my game ball goes to Mr. Vintage. I enjoyed it. Michael Vick. Game ball. Michael Vick.
Just
Yeah,
remember,
he deserves
Whoopi was
it.
out there. Y'all would have never had a full
Mind
chance
your
to win.
business, man.
Just saying.
Do I talk about the Ravens? No.
No.
Anyways,
But I do
but
talk about Whoopi.
Michael Vick gets my game ball. My man, welcome back. You look great. It's over now.
It's over now.
It's over now. Before we conclude, guys, social media pages. I don't know. Pick a side. Somebody go first. Just let's get it over with.
Well, you already know your boy on Twitter, Be More and Show Off.
Hey, that's a nice
Shut
name, man.
up! Oh my god! Oh my god! Gosh, Byron, stop.
You might as well not even do it. You left the door open.
Why can't
They're
I
going to
tell
do it
you
every
that's a
time. They're
nice
going to
idea?
do it every time.
I didn't think he was going to say it first. I thought.
Hey, Dre, can you give me a roll tide? Can you give me a roll tide? They won this week. Can you give me a roll
Oh,
tide?
my.
Oh, wow, they did.
Roll Tide.
Why?
Thank you. Now we can get the party started. Come on.
I love me some Alabama.
Nick Saban.
Texas
Oh,
and
my
them, I like
gosh.
Alabama.
Okay, you're the Black American Dream on Instagram. Who the heck?
Yo,
are you?
wait a minute, whoa. We just came from the Million Man March, my sister, and you sit up here and you tell me that Black American Dream is not the well on IG.
Okay.
Well, you gonna is a vein gonna pop out your neck? Hurry up!
I mean, I'm just saying, we are
Preach,
with
my
the
brother.
movement.
Preach,
Shut
my
up,
brother.
Byron, please. Dang!
I mean, I'm just saying.
Why do you entice? Go.
Black American Dream, baby. We justice or else.
Okay, you're gonna need something else if you don't hurry up so we can get
Too much
out of the
foolery
show.
going on. Let's
I
go.
just said it. Black American Dream on IG and Be More and Show Off on Twitter.
Okay, Cravante, please.
And you can also catch me on Snapchat too.
Great.
Crevante.
Crevante Hurd,
Snapchat? What?
CREVONTE.
His snaps are very
HURDE.
funny, people.
Oh, mine? Oh, Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
man. Yo, all right. I'm here to entertain. Snapchat, CRE_.
They'll have
Got
like
it.
a Walking Dead character go off, and he got his eyes. He'll be, and all of a sudden you listen
Stop,
to like 5
stop.
seconds.
No, they gotta
you
see
hear,
it.
"Oh
Don't
my
give
God."
it away. Don't give it away. Twitter, Crevante Hurd. Instagram, Crevante_H.
Byron, let's go.
At BKD_TV. Check the website out, bkd-tv.net. We here.
James, our good guest friend.
Snapchat, Pac-Man Cannon. Pac-Man, as in like the game Pac-Man Cannon. Nick Cannon, you know.
There you go.
For all you people that can't get it right, go ahead.
All right. On Facebook, the Mars Analyst D, DMARUS. On YouTube, and the Die Sport Network. And the Twitter page, Flex on What?
There he is.
There you go.
All right. So,
BKD TV also.
That's right.
Instagram,
What a plug.
Herringmore. Facebook, Roger Lee Herring. Follow me on Facebook as I'll be complaining about this Raiders and not Raiders, this 49ers and Ravens game.
Uncle Raj.
Just follow
Let me tell you
please.
something, boys.
And I'll give you a lesson.
Back in
on
my
football.
day, we had to tackle like this.
That's called a foam tackle.
Hold on, is it still confirmed you coming out this weekend to celebrate Morgan's homecoming?
Yeah, of course I'm coming out to celebrate homecoming.
You heard it here first.
Are you coming to the game or you coming to the turn up?
I'm coming to the game and the tournament.
Both. We get a double header. You heard it here first.
What are you wearing?
What is
gonna
doesn't
wear-
matter?
Doesn't matter.
It's going to be Uncle Raj.
Good to
You
see
got to
you,
see
man.
it in the flesh. He's out. That's all that matters.
Good to see you.
And if you show up, and anyway,
Wait a minute. I got a request from the control room. So since you are our host, from Steve on down, please read what Rich Dollars has as his honorable mentions.
Uncle Dollars, everybody.
from Steve.
Rich gang.
Those was his honorable mentions from Steve. Huh?
No, Rich Dollars honorable
I
mentions.
know. I'm asking you.
I said yes. I said from Steve down.
Okay, honorable mentions: Steve Atwater, Merton Hanks, and Javon Curse.
The Freak.
Yeah,
And
that was it.
okay,
He just wanted to throw his honorable mentions.
he talked about Brian Dawkins,
B Dog.
B Dog, and Bo Jackson.
All right.
Shout out to Rich Dollars in the back. My social media. Mikkel Sade on Instagram. That's NYKELSADE. And on Snapchat. And Mikkel Ramos on Facebook. It's almost here.
What?
What's
It's almost here. You didn't.
Halloween?
2 weeks
That-
away.
Morgan homecoming. Dell State homecoming.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
There's something
Week 6
else.
NFL?
No, there's something else before
NBA
all of
season.
this.
Oh, World Series.
But there's something else before. No, it's before I get into that.
My birthday?
We got any MLB before we,
Oh, yes.
before we conclude?
The
What's
Cubs.
going on? The Cubs won.
Sadly, my Cardinals lost to the Cubs.
Cubs, baby.
Not sad.
And the series is over. The Cubs
What's
are
up with
moving
the
on to the
Mets?
NLCS.
Goodbye.
I think the Dodgers are up.
3-1.
And Kershaw's pitching. That means Greinke will pitch game
So I
5.
think that's a game 5 in
And that-
Los Angeles, and I don't like the Mets' chances. They got to go back to LA.
All right. That'd
That'd be a good series. Dodgers and the Cubs.
That was your MLB.
Yep.
I liked.
Yes, it was.
Like I was telling you guys, Something else is before.
Are Yankees still
playing?
playing? Oh, no, they gone. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Yankees still playing.
He throws another dig at you.
I thought maybe they had an extra. Oh, it was one. Okay. The Blue Jays are still playing.
That he just keeps.
Blue Jays are still playing. Okay.
But he loves his Instagram and his Twitter name.
That's a nice name, by the way. What's it one more time for the people?
He doesn't care about you no more.
The IG is Black American Dream, man. But I mean, come on, man. First Ray J, now my Yankees. Man.
It's not like I'm lying.
Man.
This man's lucky if I don't get
Anyways,
him from next week's show.
Hey, Corey, come on in, baby. Come on in. They're taking me out. I knew it's coming.
But don't you go 5-9 again.
Hey, it's not easy being a light-skinned brother on the show with y'all.
We might have to bring back Tony, man.
Oh, God.
Tony. Okay, so the best thing that's about to come up, the thing that you cannot miss.
It's your birthday.
Miss.
Oh, that happened.
It already passed.
Oh.
There's something that won't miss. You can't miss. You will be there. We will be there. All of us in the flesh. October 27th, people, at Birdland Sports Bar and Grill, located at 6313 Bel Air Road. The Flex Zone will go LIVE like no other. You ready?
The Macau Ramos fan club will be in the building, I heard. Streets are talking.
Wah, 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 wah.
Are you ready?
Y'all done with that? I mean, but I love you guys out there. You make me great. Anyways, as we kick off the NBA 2015-2016 season starting at 8 p.m., so if you're in Baltimore, in the area, you have no choice but to be there. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget, I see we got X gonna give it to you Wayne this week. Wow. Taking it back. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us on Twitter and follow us on Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. Check out our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone. If you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, you can always send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Tonight's show is executively produced by Andre Melton, engineered by Richard Good. Our associate producers are me and Cravante, and our intern is the great Corey Matthews. Shout out for that McDonald's, my brother. The Flex Zone can be heard on SoundCloud, iTunes, starting soon. Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Dre D. Cravante for the Flex Zone Takeover on Snowman in the Morning with Brian Snow on the Arena Sports Network. Listen in by going to www.arenasportsnet.com. This episode is rebroadcasted Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the same network, www.arenasportsnet.com.
Ciao, Brian Snow. Thanks for the follow.
As well, our new station, Positive Power.
Come on, dude.
Oh, yes. It's time to feel the power.
Now we can get the show started.
You sound like you're going to come off a cliff and kill me and do something to me. That is so
The power of what?
The power of positivity.
That's pretty good. You should do that every week. Oh, it does. Okay.
Thank you.
You sound like Zordon or something.
All righty then.
Anyways,
It's Biggie.
which can be heard by going to www.positivepower21.org. Global Christian Radio, powered by Spreaker Radio, can be heard Wednesdays between 11:30 a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. Oh, man, now this day, it goes down on a Thursday. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WEAA 88.9 FM in Baltimore on the NWA Sports Report with Sean Yost, who will be our guest. People, new innovations that's happened. I told you about Birdland Bar and Grill. We will have Coach Todd Bozeman for our NBA segment, and we will have Sean Yost for our NFL segment. If you don't know who Coach Todd Bozeman is, he is the head coach of Morgan State University basketball. Booyah. Anyways,
Oh, yeah, baby.
featuring Andre, me, Cravante, Byron, you've been on there. I've hosted. You've been on NWA Sports Report. We'd like to thank our guest, James.
Like
you
last time
continue
I
to
was on
come.
Super Bowl.
Yes,
We're not
yes.
crazy. You love us.
You're crazy.
Hey, even if y'all are crazy.
We are. We are.
We'd like
But
to
it's all good,
thank
though.
Jonathan Brown from the Best in World Sports Report as well. And it's over. As always, until next time, I don't care if I'm going to say it like anyway because I love saying it. I'm Mikhail, like Kevin McHale. And guess what? Continue to the Flex Zone. We out. It's over.
Like that.
It's like that.
We gone.
Peace.